Mary?
What do you want, James?
I brought you some flowers.
Flowers? I don't want any damn flowers. Just go home already.
Mary, what are you saying?
Look, I'm disgusting. I don't deserve flowers. Between the disease and the drugs, I look like a monster. Well, what are you looking at? Get the hell out of here! Leave me alone already! I'm no use to anyone. I'll be dead soon anyway. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. It'd be easier if they'd just kill me. But I guess the hospital is making a nice profit off me. They want to keep me alive. Are you still here? I told you to go. Are you deaf? Don't come back. James, wait. Please don't go. Stay with me. Don't leave me alone. I didn't mean what I said. Please, James. Tell me I'll be okay. Tell me I'm not going to die. Help me.
If you think that the voice acting in this game is bad, you're a fucking idiot. Listening to that entire conversation is one of the factors that leads to the ending that I don't want. But I think I've been doing well in the other aspects. So I'm pretty sure that we got the ending we want. And we can tell... Oh, and the flashlight doesn't work anymore. She will be on the right side of the window. If I am right. This always happens to me at this part. I don't know why he does this weird step thing. Yep.
Mary?
When will you ever stop making that mistake? Mary's dead. You killed her.
Maria? It's you. But I don't need you anymore.
What? You must be joking. But I can be yours. I'll be here for you forever. And I'll never yell at you or make you feel bad. That's what you wanted. I'm different than Mary. How can you throw me away?
I understand now. It's time to end this nightmare.
No! I won't let you. You deserve to die too, James.
Here we go. Everything is in a bed frame. That's not good. Nice image. Uh-oh. Well. Guess we'll show you that attack. Whoops. This isn't really a game where I care about doing well in boss battles. I mean, if anything, we're just showing you more content by getting hit by the attacks, you know? Not gonna be the same for Silent Hill 3, though. I have a bit of trouble with that game. Let's be real. There's only one way to do this.
Mary?
James.
Forgive me.
I told you that I wanted to die, James. I wanted the pain to end.
That's why I did it, honey. I just couldn't watch you suffer. No. That's not true. You also said you didn't want to die. The truth is, I hated you. I wanted you out of the way. I wanted my life back.
James, if that were true, then why do you look so sad?
Mary?
James. Please. Please do something for me. Go on with your life. In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you. Waiting for you to come to see me. But you never do. And so I wait, wrapped in my cocoon of pain and loneliness. I I've done a terrible thing to you. Something you'll never forgive me for. I wish I could change that. But I can't. I feel so pathetic and ugly laying here, waiting for you. Every day I stare up at the cracks in the ceiling, and all I can think about is how unfair it all is. The doctor came today. He told me I could go home for a short stay. It's not that I'm getting better. It's just that this may be my last chance. I think you know what I mean. Even so, I'm glad to be coming home. I've missed you terribly. But I'm afraid, James. I'm afraid you don't really want me to come home. Whenever you come see me, I can tell how hard it is on you. I don't know if you hate me or pity me, or maybe I just disgust you. I'm sorry about that. When I first learned that I was going to die, I just didn't want to accept it. I was so angry all the time, and I struck out at everyone I loved most. Especially you, James. That's why I understand if you do hate me. But I want you to know this, James. I'll always love you. Even though our life together had to end like this, I still wouldn't trade it for the world. We had some wonderful years together. Well, this letter has gone on too long, so I'll say goodbye. I told the nurse to give this to you after I'm gone. That means that as you read this, I'm already dead. I can't tell you to remember me, but I can't bear for you to forget me. These last few years since I became ill, I am so sorry for what I did to you, did to us. You've given me so much, and I haven't been able to return a single thing. That's why I want you to live for yourself now. Do what's best for you, James. James, you made me happy.
I just don't have anything to say really about how incredible that monologue is, and Monica Hogan, who, like, all of the voice acting in this game is incredible. Hold on, did you know that the director, Takayuki Kobayashi, like, directed this game, and then he'd never directed anything before, and he hasn't directed anything since? I forget who I heard said this, but it's like, yeah, this is like an amateur baseball player stepping up to the plate, hitting a home run, and then just going home and never doing anything ever again. Like, can we get him back? Can we get him back to do, like, you know, I don't think they should resurrect Silent Hill, because I think it's great. The first 3 games are great, and I think doing any more is just milking it. I think Silent Hill is kind of a unique experience, and if you want to go into the whole, like, the Silent Hill games are about, like, your own personal horror, your own personal purgatory, hell, your own experience, and people like to think about, like, I mean, yes, it's fun to imagine and make your I mean, so, I'm sorry, I have so many thoughts about this. I'm kind of rambling, but, I mean, it's a great character study. You could definitely say, like, oh, this character from this thing, or this character that I have in my head, their Silent Hill would look like this. But if that's the case, it's like, it would just kind of go on forever. I think Silent Hill F looks cool, but, that's because it looks like they're doing something different, and also getting the Higurashi writer is an insane move, and that's like an incredible... Did I say before that, Clifford Ripple voiced Eddie? That's wrong. As you can see, that's wrong. Clifford Ripple voiced Vincent in Silent Hill 3. That was my mistake. David Cox? Two A's? Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, that Monica Hogan does an incredible job, and like, I mean, that's saying something, because all the voice actors in this game are incredible, but I mean, her performance is the best, the absolute best by far. Just, I have so many things to say about Silent Hill 2. And we're not done yet, because we have the Born from a Wish scenario that we're doing next. And then there's gonna be the special edition credits after this. So that was the Leave ending, and that's the ending where James survives and he leaves Silent Hill. And then the other main ending is the In Water ending, where he kills himself. He drives the car into the lake. He kills himself at the end of that, and that's gotten by getting damaged a lot, taking a lot of time on the playthrough, not healing yourself when damaged, looking at the knife a lot, and, I know Nemesis 2000. Nemesis 2000 did a few widescreen hacks for me in Xenosaga at my request. Anyway. Enhanced Edition's awesome. It's great. It's just like fans and modders to step up when AAA companies can't be bothered to put in the work, and like, don't get me wrong, I feel sorry for the Silent Hill HD Collection staff. Like, the programmers were essentially given an impossible task. They were like, hey, you have to do a Silent Hill HD Collection. Probably like, okay, what do you want us to do? Take a real retail copy and reverse engineer it? that'll take like a year, but we can do it. And they're like, no, you have to work with this unfinished source code. They're like, wait, that would take way longer. Like, no, you have to do it. Like, don't get me wrong. Just absolutely terrible decisions made by Konami. Nobody ended up happy. I'm very sure, too, that all the voice actors worked hard. I mean, the voices shouldn't have been redone. I've been very clear on this, but all the voice actors that they got to replace them, they're talented voice actors, and they did their best. But it was just the wrong decision. And I don't think they're very happy now about being, like, associated with such a disaster project. Anyway. So we're doing the Born from a Wish Maria scenario after, and it's just a little short thing, a little prequel. But like I said, it'll affect your perspective on her character, so that's why we do it after. And the leave ending that I got was caused by looking at the photo of Mary a lot, finishing the game in a relatively short amount of time, healing when you're damaged, and not taking too much damage from enemies. The other thing was whether or not you listen to the conversation in the last hallway, which I did, but the other stuff kind of ruled it out. It says defeated enemies by fighting 86, and only 7 by shooting. That means that if you defeat any enemies by, like, the only time it counts with shooting is, like, the finishing blow, and my finishing blow on the enemies was usually just kicking them, so it still counts as fighting. This song is also beautiful. All of them are. But I forget what it's called. I think it starts with a P, but I don't know. 730 points of damage. If only I knew what that meant. Oh, and the Maria ending is the other main ending, but it's gotten considerably less than the other 2 endings because you kind of have to actively, like, go back, talk to Maria, don't ever bump into her, make sure she doesn't take any damage, stuff like that. In the Maria ending, the ending boss that you fight is actually Mary. Like, you know, in this one, James mistakes her for Mary, and then she's like, no, I'm Maria, when are you gonna stop making that mistake? So she's just kind of become Mary. But in the Maria ending, it's actually Mary, and she's like, who's this Maria person? I'm gonna kill you. Don't like that ending as much. Doesn't really strike me as... Well, I mean, I guess the context of their characters sort of changes depending on what ending you get, so... But I don't know, I've always liked the leave ending. A lot of people like In Water and think it's the most realistic or the most canon. And I guess we do have evidence towards it being canon because we know that, well, in Silent Hill 4, we actually meet James's dad. And I think he mentions, well, meet is a strong word, but we definitely know, I think Henry, the protagonist, says something like, I hear his son and daughter-in-law went missing and never returned or something. And in Silent Hill 3, of course, we have one of the characters mention that they went on a missing persons case and never found the guy they were looking for in Silent Hill. So that's evidence. Of course, you could have evidence to... You could say, like, well, maybe they went into hiding for the cult. And I don't think that's realistic because James doesn't know about the cult. This game isn't like it, like the cult. But, I mean, I guess it's possible. Maybe he disappeared, for other reasons. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, and in this Leave ending, a lot of people interpret it as James deciding to adopt Laura like Mary wanted, and I don't think that's realistic, or like the intention. I don't think that's the implication, because like the last conversation we saw that James and Laura had together was that like he killed Mary, so I don't think she's gonna be nice to him after that. And they are seen like James is walking behind Laura, but I think that's more like James is like, hey, I'll give you a ride back to your orphanage, and not that they're like friends or going to become a family or anything. That just doesn't make sense in terms of James's and Laura's characters from we know of them at this point. Like, cause I mean, I think if that was the implication, they'd maybe be like talking together, or like holding hands, or like she'd be animated and like joking with him, or like saying like, come on, waving her hands to hurry up or something. I mean, there's definitely ways they would do that if that was the implication, but just that's my opinion. I don't really feel too strongly about it either way, but yeah, I don't think that he was going to adopt her in this ending. All right. Is that all I want to say for now? I guess if I forget anything, I will just tell you in Born from a Wish. So I hope you stick around, because we are playing Born from a Wish after this. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you will join me on my Silent Hill 2 Born from a Wish and Silent Hill 3 Let's Plays. Comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you soon.